Gigi.
Hi, G. All right, Mr. LaBoy. Oh, Marzetta show. Okay.
Marzetta.
Good afternoon. Thank everyone for coming out. Today we're here to honor and support Senate Majority Leader Pedro Espada in his re-election campaign, and the African-American community has come out in strong support. The African-American clergy and the African community is also here. I would like to have Reverend Hambrick, one of our strong supporters and the organizer of today's press conference, to introduce our Senate Majority Leader to speak on his behalf.
Good afternoon. I'm here to introduce a young man that I've known for some years, and he's given us so much support here in the Bronx community leaders. He's given us health care, and he's even helped churches that were going through storms to come up and get repairs in the churches. We really appreciate him and the services that he has given to the Bronx. And I just want to introduce to you, amen, the Senior Majority Leader, Senator Pedro Espada, and our appreciation to him. We have the Goodwill Baptist Association here with our moderator, Reverend Henry Mack, and he's here to show the support as well, along with the whole Goodwill Baptist Association. Thank you very much.
We now have Dr. Lenora Fulani from the Independent Party.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today because Senator Pedro Espada, a lifetime fighter for the people of the Bronx, deserves re-election. There are two ways to measure the record of a public servant. One is you talk to the people they've served. I've done that in the Soundview, East Tremont, and Kingsbridge communities. Seniors, mothers, working families, and children receive quality health care, medicines, counseling, and because of Senator Espada's work. Not just once, not just twice, not just at a street fair or a rally, but year after year after year. The other measure of a public servant is whether they're vilified by the bureaucracy and the politicians. If they are, it means they've pissed off the Albany big shots because they wouldn't play the political game according to the Albany rules. That is the kind of leader Pedro Espada is. The so-called coup that Espada led against the political establishment was to shake up the status quo, which everyone says is sick and corrupt. If you spend all your time complaining about Albany's dysfunction, you should be applauding Pedro Espada, not trying to tear him down. Even my good friend, Reverend Al Sharpton, who endorsed the Albany boss's candidate against Pedro, agrees that Espada feeds the people. We should remind Reverend Sharpton that feeding the people, not the political status quo, is what it's all about. This is something that the Black community understands. I am a Black independent, and it's my mission to support independent leaders. Pedro Espada is an independent leader. That's why the politicians don't like him. They want a senator they can control, not someone who is independent. But for us, being independent means putting the people first. On Tuesday, make sure you vote for Pedro Espada first. Thank you.
We now have Pastor Bishop Marcano from Creston Avenue Baptist Church.
I'm here today to support Senator Espada because we are in a situation where we just don't need a leader.
Yes.
We need seasoned leadership.
Yes.
I'm tired of the press talking about what people did not do and not talking about what they have done. This senator showed up on my block at a church affair and showed up at my church and showed his concern for my community.
Yes.
21 years, I've never seen a politician come through my community. Pedro Espada came through my community. Made a lasting impression on me. Took the youth of my church to a march with him and to remember that dream. And I'm saying to the public, remember the dream. We have the dreamer here. We have a seasoned leader, not somebody who is just stepping in, somebody who's been down in the trenches, somebody who has fought for the Bronx,
yes.
somebody who has stood up from the Bronx, somebody who is still in the Bronx.
Yes.
Vote for Pedro Espada.
I'm now going to call upon Minister Pamela Ashby to speak.
Out.
Reverend Pamela Housley.
I'd like to say on behalf of Green Pastors, Pedro Espada was the only one that really came to our support when my father passed, when we had the street name changing. And he was so great because he helps us with the homeless every Thanksgiving. There's so much that he gives. I don't know the one that the news is talking about. I don't know the negative one at all, but I have to go by what I know. And that he's been there for us, and we support him fully.
Yeah!